Alright guys, welcome back again to more Trails to Daybreak. We recently just completed the intermission chapter and are now starting the following one. We're close to beating the game actually guys, and I don't know how to feel because I still feel like this game deserves to be just a little bit longer, but at the same time, I know we have a second installment to look forward to, so it's not the end of the world. Other than that, guys, a couple of sad things happened in the previous chapter, and we're gonna follow up on that right now. So, if anything else, I hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you again for your love and support. Now let's continue this.
This year's been a good one, hasn't it? We've had a bountiful harvest and the demand's on the up and up.
And it'll keep going up because we have so many new farming techniques for 1209 and beyond. Next year's festival is sure to be better than the last.
I had loads of fun today, but I would have had even more fun if Lashkar was here. Tomorrow's the last day of the festival.
Yeah, I heard the car he was riding in broke down in the capital. It'll be okay though. He'll be here tomorrow for sure, so cheer up.
Well, looky here. It's everyone's favorite reporter. While you're walking around town all by your lonesome, why don't you drop by the bar and grab a couple drinks with me? The night's still young.
I really shouldn't.
Now, dear, don't pressure the poor man. I'm sorry about him. He's just lonely because our daughter couldn't make it in time for the festival.
I'm not lonely. She said she'd be here tomorrow.
Oh, it's that hot reporter guy! Hello! What's the latest scoop?
Perhaps he'd be kind enough to do another feature on our inn. Why don't you stop on by? Drinks are on the house.
Trust me, I'd love to. Unfortunately, I've got an early start tomorrow. On second thought, I'll take you up on that offer. I'll be over soon. Save me a table.
Yay!
So Melchior is the reason why we may not see him again?
Sounds good. We'll see you there.
Our moment is at hand, my fellow countrymen. We shall vanquish the knights and the noblemen, trample the enemy underfoot, and stain the palace floors with their blood.
Fancy seeing you here. I never thought I'd find you casually whistling La Raciones.
It's been some time since we last met, Dingo Brad. Though we did cross paths in Tharbad, albeit briefly.
Oh, it's him. I thought it was Melchior.
If we exclude that little encounter, I haven't seen you since your days as a mere informant in Messeldorf.
Yeah, and you were still Enrique's second in command back then. I caught wind of your arrival here. I thought the idea was ludicrous at the time, and yet there you stand. So answer me this. What's your game here, Gerard Dantes?
You're a persistent one, I'll give you that. You've been following our trail for a long time now. And lo and behold, your dogged pursuit has finally borne fruit. Congratulations. I shall bestow upon you a reward. One far greater than any Pulitzer.
Let me guess. The sweet release of death, huh?
Well, yes. It truly is a pity. I do sincerely respect your investigative prowess. However, before you meet your demise, I will offer you a glimpse of the end of time.
Is that thing made of shards?
Correct. This is the artifact that Basel professor fell just short of completing. Or rather, this is a substitute for it.
Wait.
It's called an explosive lens, or so I hear. Alas, the professor met an untimely end before he could finalize a formula for the most efficient structure. Though this shard-based replica will suffice, and I can detonate it with my sword. Its destructive capabilities are beyond compare. This little village will be history.
Are you insane? You'll get caught up in the blast too!
Ah, but I have an ace up my sleeve. Teleportation. Still, I'd place my odds of survival at 30%. But the thrill of the gamble is irresistible.
Wait! There are children here. Not even Adios could forgive such a heinous act. Please give these people time to evacuate. I'm begging you.
I'm afraid doing that would defeat the entire point of this experiment. Every living creature is equal in the face of true fear. Demonstrating that is my life's purpose. How fortunate that your camera can now connect to a Zypha, though it will not save you. So why not drop it and fight to the bitter end?
Because I know I can't stop you. But thanks to this, I can pass the torch to those who will.
Burn in the pits of Gehenna! Gerard Dantes!
Such bravado. Now take your final shots and die!
Van. Mariel.
I'm guessing Van was watching that. And now we know what happened. Yep.
I can't believe it. They managed to forcibly detonate the weapon.
This can't be happening. I see now just how capable he was. He uploaded the footage to the Orbital Network cloud by combining his camera and Zypha to distribute it across rural wireless networks. Had he not done so, the footage would have surely been lost.
He was one of the most irritatingly charming guys I've ever met. He was charismatic as all hell. Everything he did was perfect to a T, but he never let his talents get to his head. He probably knew this would happen, but he still didn't turn back. What was that dumbass thinking?
Van.
He did a lot for me and Nina.
Same for all of us as well. To say nothing of all the people in Cray.
How'd they figure out how to use a nuclear weapon? I thought they weren't able to finish it. Don't think they did. They had to have been pretty close to completion though. And they must have been able to bridge the gap with the explosive lens and an artifact. They abandoned the scientific process and relied on brute force to achieve their desired outcome. And they trampled on the wishes of Professor Callahan all the while. So what are we gonna do now? A whole lot of people have access to this video. Not like it's been released to the public, but yeah, a lot of people have got their hands on it now. I can't believe the CID effectively resorted to blackmailing you just to get access to the video. They could have simply seized the server it was on and blocked access to it until we provide the password Dingo left with you. Regardless, they didn't leave us with much choice. Now it's in the hands of the armies and police top brass, as well as the guild. I'm certain other nations' intelligence agencies and criminal groups have it as well. I asked Marduk HQ if they have it, but they just said they'll get back to me when they have an answer. They're being coy, in other words, so I believe it is safe to assume they have it also. Who doesn't have it at this point? That putting it out there was the CID's decision alone. I'm thinking there's a higher power at play here. The highest in all of Calvard. Huh? Why would the president want it? Dunno, but if he's making a big claim like that, he's probably got some idea of why he would. Though, there's one thing we can all agree on. We can't let these guys get away with this shit any longer. You got that right. We just need to sniff out their next move. They wouldn't pull a stunt like this without a plan. There's gotta be a follow-up act. It fit with that guy in that armor told us too.
Like I said, the real fun will begin at our next playdate. In a joyous carnival of blood and violence, the likes of which the world has never seen.
Yes, the tragedy stuck on the night of the very day. They must have already been preparing for the attack on Cray when we met him. Then they better be prepared to pay for it too. It's safe to assume they were fully aware of how everyone would react to this incident. Yeah, they want all eyes on them. Must have been what they were after from the word go. They manipulated Professor Callahan, and when they got what they wanted, they tossed him aside like a used rag doll. And they proceeded to use his work for the most heinous purpose imaginable, with flagrant disregard for human life. It makes me sick. I still don't know what our best course of action is, but what I do know is that Dingo gave us a request that we can't refuse. He chose to leave that video in our hands, so I'm seeing this thing through. It's the least I can do for him. You guys good with that? Stuff's probably happening under the surface in Edith too. We can start by hitting up the notice boards while we keep our ears to the ground. We gotta figure out what the CID, the guild, and everyone else is up to. Makes sense to me. Let's put our backs into it. So you managed to make it this far without taking no for an answer. You do know this ain't got anything to do with you, right? Au contraire. It's got everything to do with me. These are the same bastards who ruined the film festival, and I visited Cray for film shoots too. Oh, right. Plus, I've already signed the lease for a room in this building. Of course you have. You are a new party member. I wanted a second home for a while, both as a safe haven from the paparazzi and as a hideout from my, other gig. I mean, hey, I'm not about to turn away help when it comes knocking, but you're, gonna attract a lot of attention out there. Oh, you think I'll be recognized? Not to worry, I'm not the third in line of the Phantom Thieves for nothing. Apparently the shades are a must. So, what do you think? Impressive, right? Whoa, that's so cool. Sounds like a bargain bin comic book. So that's one of the tools of your trade. I wonder how it works. Well, do. Now you won't get busted the moment you walk out the door. Probably. Okay, gang, let's get to work. Same deal as always. One team stays inside and the other goes out. Count on everyone to do their thing. The Restless Carnival, Chapter 5. I believe this is the last chapter. Select 2 additional members to accompany Judith, Agnes, and Van. I always take Rosette with me. And I'm probably going to take Aaron. Sorry, Katra and Fairy. Maybe next time. Van's holocore was changed to Mare. Perfect. You can change your holocore by pressing triangle in the orbit menu. Alright. Time to enact our vengeance, if you will. Alright, excuse the pause, guys, or the minor edit. I just ended up buying a couple of stuff from different stores, and now I'm ready to go on with our lives. So, we got some connects, and I'm trying to decide which one I want to do. So, we got the nostalgia trip, which is Judith wants to watch a certain film record on a memory quartz. She could watch it on the laptop in the office, so maybe I'll loan it to her. Or we can do a favor for Hermes, which is a refreshment delivery. This morning was pretty busy, so I just grabbed whatever to eat. I don't have much of an appetite, but I guess I'll have Hermes deliver something for me. I mean, I could max her out already, but I'm sure I'll get another point anyway, so I'm gonna go with Judith for now. Thanks for letting me borrow this. There's this movie I've been dying to watch again. Don't mention it. I don't mind lending it to you while we don't have anything going on. Just don't break it or anything. I've got a lot of files on there I better not lose. I can handle electronics just fine. I'm not fairy, you know. And don't worry, I won't tell anyone if I find your search history by accident. On second thought, give it back. I'm kidding, Van. Relax. Anyway, why don't you stay here and watch the movie with me? You don't mind the company? Not at all. And it's a really good movie. But word of warning, it's kind of an oldie, so it might be a bit boring for you. I think I can trust Calvert's biggest actress taste in movies. Alright, move over. Let's see what you got. Huh, I think I recognize this. Oh, you do? We can watch something else if you want. Nah, today's a good day to watch this one. That's good, because I'm really in the mood to see it today. The two of them settled in and started watching the movie together. Eventually, the last of the credits rolled on screen as the music played quietly in the background. Yep, still a good movie. This one first came out 20 years ago, yeah? Man, it's been a while. Motion pictures were still new back then. Uh-huh. I was barely a toddler when it came out. I watched one of its theatrical reruns with Mom back in the day, but even that was a while ago. Watching it again, I'm pretty confident in it being one of my all-time faves. Not what I would have planned for your favorite, or pinned, but a masterpiece will always be a masterpiece. It's kind of a strange romance story set in a quiet little country town. The cinematography is definitely dated, and you can tell that they didn't have the biggest budget when it came to props and costumes, but I still really love its atmosphere. Yeah, the cast performances and the director's skills still shine through despite that. And they filmed it in a cray. Even if you've never been there, it's hard to not feel a certain yearning for the place. Is it weird to feel nostalgia for a place where you've never been before? Because that's how it felt when I first went there. No, I get what you mean. I filmed there once before. I was so excited when we finally arrived that I kept flubbing my lines. Had to do a lot of retakes. Our director wasn't happy with that. But when I think about it, this is what drove me to become an actress in the first place. I always wanted to film something there. Wanted the chance to make something that one day would mean as much to someone as this movie does to me. So much for that dream, I guess. I'm sorry. It's fine. It just means I'm all the more determined now. Fam, we gotta settle the score. Whatever it takes. We, huh? Finally decide you're part of the team? Can't take it back once you say yes. I wouldn't. I'm part of the team now. We can't let ourselves lose to that fear of nonsense that dumb mafioso was talking about. We'll make it up to everyone that suffered because of them. They deserve to feel safe and happy again. And we'll make sure they do. And that's not just a Phantom Thief Grimcat talking. I mean as Judith Lannister too, the movie actress. Okay. You're getting a little sappy for my taste. Tone it down, Miss Intense. Heh, it's kinda contagious though. Maybe we need more of that energy around the office. Welcome to the team, Judith. Glad to have you here. Damn right you are. Feels good to be here too. Their hearts full of newfound determination, Van and Judith rejoined the team and resumed their patrol.
Don't think you'll be stealing this Phantom Thief's heart anytime soon.
Okay. So close. Alright, if that's the case, I believe... Let me see. Nope, wrong one. Alright, I guess we're gonna do all the story things here.
Then let's head over.
What we got? What we got? Bermati's and... Okay, just Bermati over here. This is one of your favorite spots, right? Full of the law-abiding and the lawless? Yeah, it's one of the best places to hit up if you're looking for info. Let's head in. Alright.
Van, long time no see.
Yeah, it's been about 2 months, I think.
Hey guys. Well, this is a shocker. You're looking well, Aaron. Didn't think for a second he wouldn't be. Ashton told me about what happened. It's so awful. Yes, it is. Please have a seat, everyone. I'm sure we have a lot to talk about. So you were acquainted with Dingo too, Jack? Yeah, I'm 5 years his senior, and even as a cute boy as he is, he was kind of like a little brother to me. I call the capital by home while Jack's in Longport. Meanwhile, Dingo's work led him all around the country. The three of us all had other careers, but we dealt in information too and got along great. Yeah, sometimes one of us would out with the others, but none of us ever crossed the line like Giacomo did. It's still hard to believe he's dead too. Giacomo got what was coming to him, but Dingo didn't deserve that at all. I know. That's why he and Hallie are here. To help you guys figure out what Almada's up to. I've had some dealings with them in the past too, which is all the more reason I feel like I should be here to help. Huh? What do you mean? Well, we were involved in the events that led to Dante's taking over. And I'm sure you've heard, Almada weren't half as bad before him. Yeah, the story goes that he was their underboss back in the day, then made their former boss pay for the price for screwing up. It sounds like he got what was coming to him, and Dante's was never going to be satisfied serving under a two-bit thug like him to begin with. Yeah, for being this big, scary mafia boss, Enrique was basically leading two things, Jack and shit, and Jack left town. Meanwhile, Dante's is as dangerous as they come, and he's drawn the ire of every major player on the continent. Yeah, it sounds like Heiwa elders are finally planning to do something about the problem too. I've heard rumors they're already making their move. Huh, about damn time. I wonder if that means she's working with them too. Word is that some famous Jaegers outside the Republic are also looking to get involved. The church and society are getting ready too. Even him? Makes sense. The church would be acting considering the bomb was blown up using an artifact. Sounds like it's not just the guys you expect either. I've heard talk that there's another armed group in the church on the move. I wonder if that relates to the other man we saw in the Blacklight district. That is interesting. I know they took part in Mil Mirage 2 years ago, but they don't normally interfere in other countries' affairs, do they? Apparently, they have been a lot lately, seemingly at the behest of whoever's at the top. I wonder what the society is after in all of this. It seems like they've been after Almada for a while now. Indeed, I've heard the direwolf was pursuing Melchior for a while. It sounds like they were up to something in Tarbad too. During the film festival. He did not get involved directly in the chaos at least. I see. Perhaps there's some kind of shady connection between the society and Almada, on the gardens for that matter. At the very least, we can take some solace in the fact they're definitely not working together. It's hard to imagine how the current situation could get any worse, but I suppose that is something. Everything hinges on Almada's next move, I suppose. Yeah, the current deadlock ain't gonna last. Someone's gonna act out sooner or later, and I'm betting it'll be sooner. You can count on us when it comes to info. We'll let you know as soon as we hear anything of interest. Appreciate that. You guys just stay out of trouble out there, right? Hallie will be fine, but Jack's gonna have to avoid drinking himself into an early grave. Alright. Shit. Oh wait, before you go. You remember Marielle, the young lady who was always chasing after Dingo, right? You haven't seen her today, have you? Nah, afraid not. I haven't seen her ever since the emergency declaration was put into effect, come to think of it. She really looked up to Dingo, didn't she? The news must have been a real shock. I've heard she's been desperately seeking out information on what happened, but I'm worried she's gonna get herself into trouble. I see what you mean. Alright, we'll try and keep an eye out for her. Well, that's not surprising. She liked Dingo. Alright, we checked out Riverside. I keep doing that. I keep pulling out the map when I should pull out. Alright, let's go to Station Street. Wait, hold on. Let me double check. I might have to pull out the map anyway. Alright, we're good. She has double checking. Station Street it is.
Let's roll!
Okay. Bulletin board.
No rest for the weary.
What we got?
Now, what's it say?
A return home. Could you get me home? That's all I can say here. I'd like to share the details in person. I'll be waiting on the first floor of the Orbital Cafe. Isla. So this is how you go around accepting jobs, huh? There's still a lingering scent. Gotta check the other bulletin boards. Alright, so while that's going on, I gotta check out... Oh, there's 2 markers.
I feel like I've seen that lady before.
Oh.
Yeah, but I can't quite put my finger on where.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Who is she?
You don't know her. You don't know her.
We gotta bail.
Yeah, you're good. Alright, oh wait, did I go too far in? Hold on. Oh, she's here. Oh, it's you. Okay. Oh, you're the... Okay, I'll wait. Let me first take care of other stuff first, and then I'll start doing that side quest. So you're there. Who's this one here?
What to do?
The guild? Okay.
Figured you'd come by eventually.
Hey. I can't say I'm surprised. You all feel compelled to act too, I take it?
Yeah, looks like you guys are real busy here. Supremely, the 2 of us were out of town when it happened and had to rush right back. We have to go back out again soon, though. I wasn't expecting to find you here too, Ren. You must have left extra early. It seemed wise to come and exchange information on what Liberl and the Society are up to. I take it you're all here for the same reason? Yeah, sorry for eating into your time, but can we talk for a bit? So, the whole region around Cray really did get locked down by the army, huh? Can't say I blame them. It's to the point where not even the press or the bracers can get close. Everyone gets the same stock response from the authorities. There are no confirmed survivors among the villagers or visitors. So, if there's nobody left, why are they keeping the area under lock and key? As it so happens, the 3 disciples are rushing to the scene. Professors A. Russell, G. Schmidt, and L. Hamilton. The continent's 3 greatest minds all in one place. I can't imagine they want to reunite under circumstances like these. This can't be any ordinary post-disaster investigation then. The initial devastation caused by nuclear weapon is not the only reason why they are forbidden. When one of these weapons explodes, radioactive particles spread from the point of detonation. While still theoretical, it's thought this radiation will cause horrible chronic damage to both organisms and the environment. Given all that, I can kind of understand why the army would be mobilized to seal up the area. Yeah, but we're talking about a village being blown away here. By our principles and for the sake of public safety, the guild can't ignore this. That's why high-ranking bracers from all over the continent are starting to gather in Calvard. On top of many A and B ranks, word has it the head branch in Le Mans is considering sending an S rank as well. Pulling out the big guns and putting them in charge, huh? Actually, no. Those of us already here will go after Almada while the newcomers cover the capital and other areas in need. I may even call in some personal backup. Well, I say that, but knowing them, they may already be on their way. Oh? Must be the whatever they're called from the Empire. By the way, I noticed Elaine is in here. Is she out on another job? Yeah, the idea is to handle as much work as we can before we dedicate ourselves to rooting out Armada. So she's handling some stuff elsewhere in the capital right now. I'm a little worried about her, to be honest. What do you mean? Everyone was shocked by what happened to Cray, but Elaine seemed especially shaken. She rushed out after the start, working and gathering information like a woman possessed. That's disconcerting. We've all been there on jobs plenty of times, so she's probably just rattled. But if you see her around, check in on her, alright? Will do. If I may, I'd like to address a certain elephant in the room. Or should I say, the actress? You've snagged quite the famous employee. I'm surprised you can afford her day rate. Are you filming an advertisement for the office or something? Who, me? Oh, hello everyone. Why do they see through me? Don't mind me, I'm more of a secretary than an assistant anyway. I believe Rosette has both those positions covered. I ain't paying you shit, just so we're clear. At least try to cover for me. Well, I haven't received any stolen item reports, so I see no need to meddle. At least you don't have the same gaudy sensibilities as a certain other phantom thief I could name. I agree with you both. How is she so bad at this? It's a wonder the whole world hasn't realized it by now. The eye of the storm won't last for much longer. We'll do what we can to make use of that video and the info you've given us in the gardens and Almada's XX. Don't mention it. Anyway, we'll leave you to your work now. Van, please wait. Was that journalist a friend of yours? Yeah. Knew him for about 5 years. I remember helping you two strike a deal half a year ago, come to think of it. That you did. I worked with him many times and truly owe him a lot. The world lost a wonderful person. Ren. For now, all I can say is this. We won't let the gifts he left us go to waste, no matter what. I'll work toward the same goal then. Alright, good. Good. I'm glad everyone's on the same page on that. Alright, let's go. Oh, there's still... Oh, no, that's my side quest. Let me go and check out the...
Off we go!
Bulletin board in Satan. No, 2 places to hit too. Alright, fine. I'll definitely the police department. Alright, well, on that note, guys, I'll be ending it here for today. Thank you all for watching. When we return, we're going to continue on again and follow through on the story missions as well as the side quests we got to take care of. And then, yeah, pretty much see through all of this chapter. That's the goal after all. So yeah, thank you again, and I'll see you all in the next one.